I actually wanted to do a quick response here regarding an email post response to a video that I actually did about a couple of videos back regarding issues regarding black men and how they feel about black women, so to speak. Here, I pulled up one of the emails here that I have here from my iPad. Here, it was a message that was left on my inbox from a pc0p1mp. The reason why I'm actually shooting this video from my iPhone is because I was having problems with my webcams here. And I know I haven't been posting many videos lately, but I wanted to actually post one quick regarding his issues with me, or his issues with the post that I did regarding black men and how they view black women. For the most part, this video here is not going to be anything different. I mean, basically everything that I actually am going to say in this video, it's already been said pretty much in videos that I've done in the past. Basically, your logic and what you're saying here is basically you're using the reasonings from, how women behaved in the 1970s, pretty much up until, and pretty much, I guess, I'm trying to follow your logic and your reasoning, and it's really kind of hard to do that because I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, your viewpoint here. You mentioned something about people hate black women because in the mid 1970s, the black women who are grandmothers today turned their backs on all their elders, their men, and the church in exchange for welfare. And by the end of the 1970s, went on the job. Let me see here. Let me finish here. When on the job training programs and female targeted military recruiting came across, these project chicks started to claim that they were strong and totally independent black women who didn't need anyone for anything, and they started to be inconceivably hideous to everyone around them. Basically, in my response to that is that everybody is actually entitled to their opinion regarding, why they feel that black men don't like black women. Basically, I hate to use that phrase, black men don't like black women, because basically when you say black men, it's like you're putting a stereotyping type of thing in there where you're saying that no matter who you're talking to, as long as you see a man that's black, that automatically means that he doesn't like black women. And I think I've already put my stance on that in videos that I've done in the past, meaning that I don't have anything against a black woman. I think they're beautiful, and sometimes, in some cases, they can be misunderstood. But my thing is that, your reasonings and your logics that you're using to actually explain your stance on why, black women are quote unquote hated by black men, to me is kind of invalid. I mean, basically times have changed, not necessarily so much the behaviors of people in their nature, but, society has changed pretty much where, women were allowed to do things back then and behave in certain ways. And of course, as the generation changed, so that the attitudes towards how women are perceived in society. And basically, it's like now everything is so out there where, there's no holds barred on what men see as far as black women. And basically, a lot of the times, in my opinion, the reason why black women get the rep that they do is because, of the times that have changed where, women are allowed to be and are allowed to do certain things that they weren't allowed to do. They're allowed to behave a certain way that they weren't allowed to behave in generations past. It was highly looked down upon when a woman, would do things that would, take away from her femininity. Basically it would be looked down upon. But now, you see it like women, do things that bring discredit upon themselves as females and the whole gender. And basically these days it's like, okay, well, we're not going to say anything about it because basically that's what we've come to expect from the typical female. I'm not saying that that's right, but that's generally how it's actually being played out. And basically the reason why we see and we have that right to say that it's being played out like that is you can just look at what's being done here on YouTube. I mean, as far as the videos that people post on YouTube regarding, different types of behaviors and stuff. And basically, just because a person posts a video and maybe engaging in behaviors that would be quote unquote unacceptable, that doesn't mean that I, automatically hate them for what they're doing. Because turn around and put the issue on you. People may say or do things, that you don't like, but they don't necessarily turn around and say that they hate you or whatever. I mean, it's like you have to always put yourself in another situation to see how it would feel when you actually have that type of behavior shown towards you. I think in and recently on the way black men post videos here on YouTube, it's always got to be about, you know, what black women aren't doing, what they need to do, how they need to correct themselves, what they need to do to make themselves a better person. And basically, in my opinion, the same way can actually, that's using that same logic, it can also be turned around and say the same thing about a man. You know, okay, well, by that same logic, the men ought to do such and be such and such, so we won't have any issues with them. It's not all. It's all about is what YouTube has become as far as the black relationship is concerned about. It's beginning to turn into a place where you beat each other down. And basically, I think I really kind of covered that in a previous post that I did, maybe a couple videos back. One of my videos titled "Black People Let's Get It Together" or something like that. I really don't have my laptop up right now, but basically in that video, I went ahead and I made sure that I outlined basically the issues, at least according to what I think, as to the reason why, you know, black people behave the way they do, meaning black men and black women. I didn't focus on black. I mean, I didn't focus on whites. Goodness gracious, I didn't focus on any other race except for, you know, the black race. Because it's like so many times when you turn on YouTube and it's like you don't have to go far and do a search to figure out, you know, what's going on as far as, you know, blacks and black males and black females and how they're relating to one another. Because every time you turn around, they're always beating up on each other, you know, saying that, you know, you need to behave this way or you need to do this, that, and other. Look, we're all adults here. Just because I see something that you should do or need to do, I can post as many videos as I want about the subject. That's still not going to make a person change if they don't want to change. If they feel great in doing whatever they want to do, they're going to continue to do what they want to do. And it doesn't matter how many videos I may post to them telling them the corrections that they need to change. And basically, it's turning into where you have black men, for the most part, posting videos, and I've seen these more than I've seen black women posting videos about what the opposite sex is doing wrong. I mean, you have a few females that, you know, may get on here and post a rant in response to, you know, what a black man would say. But basically, every video that I've run across with certain people, you know, whose videos that I kind of listen to, you know, for entertainment purposes, they're always sitting up there delivering the same message. You know, women are whores, women are this, that, and the other because of what they're doing out there. First of all, they already know, you don't have to call them out their name. They already know what they're doing is a bit questionable. But basically, all I'm saying is that instead of talking about them, all we need to do is just turn around and love them for it. I mean, just love them through it. Because basically, the more you show them that you are in disagreement with what they're doing, that's not going to stop them. If anything, it's going to make them do even more outrageous things. I mean, like I say, you know, it is what it is. We've been posting videos about, you know, what women need to do and what men need to do. And it's like, it's to the point where it's gotten tired, it's gotten old. And basically, it's like, okay, we need to come up with something else better to talk about. Because basically, we beat the subject up. We've dissected line by line, and we've analyzed it from one point to the next. And basically, did it change anything? No, because you still have people posting stuff on YouTube that is a bit, that would be considered an embarrassment to said gender. Okay, in this case, females. So basically, you have a lot of people that are posting videos and, you know, and then saying that I don't like black women because of their behavior and they act like all this, that, and the other. Well, you know what? Fine. It's been talked about. Fine. That's your viewpoint. Okay, you've spoken your piece. You've used YouTube the way you want to use it to voice your opinion. That's fine. You've said your point. Let it go. That's all it is. Like I said, you know, most of my response to this particular person is not going to be anything that is not really so much anything new. I've already talked about the issue. You know, as a black race, we do really need to get it together because basically we're the only race that where I've seen there's so much separation and it's over dumb stuff. Okay, you shaking your butt on YouTube. Okay, fine. If you want to be portrayed like that, that's on you. I'm not going to sit up there and tell you that you are lower than scum of the earth because that's what you choose to do. Because I guarantee you, I'm not all, you know, doing the right things all the time. And I might do something that may bring discredit upon myself. But see, one thing about it, that's me. And if I want America or want to be portrayed like that in society, that's my right to post a video so someone else can see it. So what I'm saying by that same logic is that even though we may see these females posting videos doing inappropriate things, you know what? We have to step back and let them do it exactly whatever they want to do. Maybe one day along the line, somebody else will get through to them and deliver the same message that you tried to get through to them, and somehow or another, maybe it will click.